my money when I'm in need. Yes, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger and way over town that digs on me.
Hey, welcome, ladies and jerks.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, everyone.
To the circle.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
On time for once.
Yeah, Soup will be along momentarily. Yeah, you know what? I started early
later.
today.
She vacuumed her squirrels at 4.
Indeed.
That'll teach everybody that comes over to our live late, knowing that we're always late.
Right.
That'll show them.
That'll show them.
Always the unexpected.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we
Hey,
got a lot of...
Beezies. Hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Who is
Good
it?
to see you. Welcome. Parody Patty.
Oh,
Ray
yeah.
Ray.
There's a lot of new
Hey, Ray Ray.
faces in here. We have much to discuss tonight, and this
Oh,
happens
my.
every single time because we're very limited on when we can all get together to go live. So in those 3 or 4 days to a week, so much happens. And it sucks because you want to get it out when it's still fresh and you're still really amped up about it. So I find myself like just making this never ending list of stuff that we need to discuss.
Finally, the notebook gets full and we have to push live.
Yeah, it has to be done.
It's been a busy week.
Oh my God. So yeah, so we have the whole, and we didn't want to discuss the Michael Vaughn case on this channel, but everybody else is getting their freaking hands dirty in it and dipping their toes in it. So, I mean, whatever, it's about to be finished, sadly. Anyway, I mean, I guess it's good that it's coming to a close, but
It's really unfortunate that the aspect that we've got to talk about it is the drama that creators have managed to create around it.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about the case. I don't want to talk about the family. But I would just say before we do start that he was a beautiful little boy. He loved Minecraft. He loved pepperoni pizza and fries. He loved his family. And
Monster
he deserved
trucks.
so much better. Monster trucks. He deserved so much better than the seeming fate that life has handed him. So this is no disrespect to the family in any way, shape or form, but we have to discuss what's gone down with some of the creators because there is problems on both sides here, and anybody who doesn't think that there's plenty of blame to go around is kidding themselves.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, it was handled poorly from the get-go. And I'm changing my mics here. Do I still sound like I'm far away?
No,
No, you
not to
sound
me.
better.
I sound all right now.
No,
You sound good.
better. You sound better now.
Buttercup had a hard time hearing me. No, it's a new mic and it's kind of far away, but I don't even know where to start with this whole thing. We avoided, besides Lolita, I run the Circle Jerk account. And so when you see somebody in chat under Circle Jerk, it's me. I purposely avoided going into channels covering it and chats as to not make it seem like we had any kind of affiliation or were being disrespectful in any way. I was going into Justin's because he was doing news coverage and locals were kind of chattering, which they do. If you don't think they're standing around in circles at their water cooler talking about rumors, you're all lying to yourselves. Yeah, I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know what's going on. So I would pop in momentarily, hear the updates, and then say, hey, thank you for covering this. And then I would leave because I only wanted to know what the news knew, what was being made public at that time. I wasn't really, the chatter, yeah, but I wasn't really interested in the whole back and forth between, the different creators and all that. But this YouTube is the new media. the way information gets spread. The news, they have no qualms with dropping information. The day that it was that everyone found out what Sarah Wanderer was charged with, I believe it was Bullhorn Betty. Andra how did that go? She called the prison to ask what.
Yeah, she
She wanted confirmation of what the charges were that Sarah Wanderer was being held on.
Yeah, and her arraignment,
nothing wrong with that. Sorry.
No, her arraignment was the same day, so it was only a matter of time before it was made public anyway. And the way that it works in the United States, taxpayers fund police, taxpayers fund the court. Therefore, we as taxpayers have a right to know what's going on. That's why information is public. So everybody is well within their rights to call and ask information. Is it morally correct for an internet stranger to find out before the family? Well, that's on law enforcement.
Thank you.
That is absolutely on law enforcement. I want you to consider a few facts for a moment. Before we start discussing creators, I would like to discuss the legal system and the police, who are very close to the family and who I understand that the family are also very protective of. Nevertheless, at some moment, a discussion happened amongst the LA law enforcement as to who would be arrested and what charges would be made. They discuss it amongst themselves before they discuss it with any other legal arm of the system. Okay, so before probable cause can be taken to a court, it is discussed by the police. It has to be. It's their investigation. There is no way that they didn't know what the situation was. It's
100%.
okay to have your head in the sand and want to think that they put Brandy first, but in some ways, by putting Brandy first, they also put Brandy last. And that's where the big mistake came in. They didn't want to tell her until they had more evidence, and they left it, and they left it, and they left it. And that charge was in the computer system. Anybody at the jail could see it. They could tell anybody who phoned up. That is where the flaw lies. Now, I know that since then the narrative has come about that, oh, they were on the way to tell her, when all this came out. That's not good enough. They knew. They would have known Thursday night. The arrest happened Friday morning. The process of working out probable cause and the paperwork to take to the court all happened at least 48 hours before Bullhorn Betty phoned the prison. It is not something that happens in 5 minutes. The actual wording could have been changed fairly recently, but the police were completely aware of the situation and they should have informed Brandy. They should not have left her in this position. I totally understand that Brandy wants to defend them. I can understand that they're all very close. But at a professional level, they failed to do their job.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They sure
That's
did.
the facts.
And I'm sorry to anybody, but true crime on YouTube, you take facts and we speculate, we research, we dig into everybody involved. We could try to come up with an answer. If you call yourself true crime and you're only reporting what the news says, you're not going to grow. You're not going to go anywhere. People are just going to watch the news. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. That is the entire purpose of true crime. If people,
but then other people get butthurt
and just posted missing flyers, nobody would even click. This is the type of stuff that sparks the discussions that get people to share theories and think.
Yeah. The whole thing that got me interested in true crime is the whole aspect of who done it.
Right. And that's what everybody wants.
And that's what drives most is who done it. So in order to find out who did it, you yes. So you've got to dissect all the information, all the clues, everything, and it is what it is. It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Twitter was already ahead of the game. Twitter was even ahead of YouTube. In the time it took for the information to be out on Bullhorn Betty, I went on Twitter and they'd already got the paperwork.
Yep.
It was out there. Now,
somebody said it was out the night before.
Yes, I've heard that it was out the night
Yes,
before as well.
it was out the night before.
Which again goes back to the point that Ellie had plenty of time to sort this out, and they failed to do that. Doesn't make them bad guys, but it does make them irresponsible.
And didn't Bullhorn Betty get a heads up by a media person? She was given the heads up and then she called?
I believe
so.
so.
Then there you go.
And a lot of this comes down to personalities. I don't particularly care for Bullhorn Betty. Nevertheless, she's a citizen of the United States. She has every right to phone up and ask. You live in a society that works on the freedom of information as your democratic right.
Yeah, and
you should be proud of that, and you should protect it. Just because somebody uses it that you don't like, unfortunately, that's the way the system goes. I'd quickly like to digress into protest here, because I know that's one of the big reasons that people don't like Bullhorn Betty. I don't like some of the things that she said on that protest. I myself would question exactly what purpose the protest played. Nevertheless, again, I have been part of protests in the past. Now, I was involved in the anti-apartheid movements in the 1980s. We were an absolute pain in the arse to the African embassy in London. They despised us. We blocked their way. We made noise. We were a general irritant. People used to say to us, "You're breaking the law. They don't want you here. You're white. You're English. You've got nothing to do with Africa." The whole principle of protest is to make it so that people don't want to deal with your shit. And things happen. You might not like to face that, but that's exactly how it happened. That's always been the way. It's the way people have won the right to vote. It's the way people have changed laws. Very few protests involve one person standing with a placard and not making any noise. Don't delude yourself. Many of the rights that you enjoy came down to somebody else being an absolute pain in the arse. Whatever your feelings about Bullhorn Betty, she was using her civil rights to protest. As long as she didn't break the law, there is nothing wrong with what she did. You can disagree with it, but fundamentally, it's her right.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to start limiting protest, you're going to have a problem, because where does that end? Are you really willing to start the thin end of the wedge that you'll stop this protest because you don't like it? And soon enough, the boulder's rolling on you.
Yeah, a lot of people
live in a freedom
riders either.
Be glad of it. Be glad that you can be annoyed by people protesting. People die in other countries protesting.
As they are right now. Yeah. I mean, us women have rights right now because of the women before us. Did y'all forget that? And I understand not liking some of the things that they say. I get it. Totally understand it. But I think people have forgotten the bigger picture here.
Yeah, everybody can ride anywhere they want on buses because of protesting.
Yep.
Rosa Parks, the Freedom Riders.
We can vote. Women can vote now.
Yeah.
Right.
Eden, I agree with you. I don't have a problem with what you're saying at all. Unfortunately, the problem is that sometimes you have to target an individual in power. I do agree with you that harassment of individuals is a very fine line. And where the law does not allow it, the law should deal with it. That's what the laws are for.
Yeah.
Mrs. Fletcher, I agree. Sorry, carry on.
No, you're good. She does bring up a good point, because there is that fine line. There really is, between harassment and protesting. Now, what you shouldn't be out there doing is backflips and just acting an ass. If you're out there to protest within the confines of the law. So it's a tricky thing, and I understand both sides. But my main thing is, remember what you're bitching about. These are rights that we now have that you suddenly want taken away because you probably don't like the person. And I do believe some people don't like what they're saying, and I understand that as well.
Yep.
And obtaining these rights made a lot of people uncomfortable along the way. And
they sure did. That's right.
Yeah. And when it
That's
comes
exactly
to
Marlena.
it's
Marlena,
100%. If it was anybody but Andrea doing this and Dolly doing this, nobody would say a word. You know, Zav Girl, she was live about the same thing Justin was live about. Nobody said a word.
And they won't. It's all because they don't like them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't stand that crackhead. But
then that brings it right back to what we started out with about how Brandy got this info. This info wouldn't have come out to Brandy the way that it did if creators would knock off the freaking hating on each other, chatters carrying bones from chat to chat. That's why it happened like it happened.
Jealous over
and Purple not vetting what she played.
It's all about subscribers. And you know, we had this discussion about, you know, friends. If I see somebody talking shit about my friends, I don't tell them about it, right? Because I don't want to be the one, unless it's something that can really hurt them. I don't want to be the one to bring any kind of stress to my friend. If somebody I called my friend had a missing child and they were digging up somebody's yard looking for missing child, I would do everything in my power to keep them off the internet, keep them away from the TV.
Yeah, they shouldn't be here at all.
Them. I mean, how fucking stupid.
Well, I can understand Brandy pacing, not knowing what to do with her time and being on the internet where her friends are.
She was trying to keep her. She could hear. She can hear the equipment. You know, it's not far from her house, and she can hear when it starts up, and she can hear when they turn it off. And she needed something. You know, can you? I can't fully imagine that because I've never been where Brandy's at right now. And for us to say she shouldn't do this or she shouldn't do that, we don't know.
Yeah.
We can say, oh, I wouldn't do this or I wouldn't do that, but we don't know.
I would have tried.
Because we're blessed not to be in her shoes.
Yeah.
But I think that her going there is like a safe place type that she, you know, can go be with them. I mean, I feel like they could have done a better job of providing that place for her.
Exactly. She thought that she was in a safe place. And I'm sorry, Purple, I know that you're going to hate me for saying this. And really, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You should not have told her on a live. You should, even though you say you don't know, you don't know what was on the recording. You should have listened to the recording first, and you should have taken it offline.
I think if she could go back, she would probably redo that.
I'm sure that she would. Yeah. I would be absolutely devastated in her position.
Right.
And I know from what I heard last night that she was upset. But it's one of those things, the genie can't go back in the bottle.
You gotta think before you act. That's the problem with a majority of YouTube. Nobody fucking thinks.
I have a question real quick. Was Purple friends with her before this happened?
Nope.
No.
Oh, so she became friends with her after Monkey went missing. So she was someone on the internet getting involved.
Yes, people
like others, correct?
Themselves.
Okay. It's clearing that up right there.
Right.
Thank you.
It's the same thing, but I will give it to Purple. She did remain in contact. She did do Monkey Mondays. I'm sorry. I will give her that credit. It's just the selective outrage for me. Everybody's bitching about this creator doing this creator doing that. But they're not looking and seeing that they're doing the same thing.
The same thing.
Yep, exactly. The drama last night had me beyond sick to my stomach. And then Brandy was in chat. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
that was
everybody's
ridiculous.
Making money off that baby. Everybody.
Yep.
The only difference is
that is what people are on YouTube for. Most
except
people.
for us.
Well, except
you
for
know
us.
what I mean.
Yeah. And the day that we guys, and I'm sorry, we appreciate y'all, but the day that we start to watch what we say all the time and walk on eggshells, the day we might as well pack it up and leave, because that's not what we came here for. So we're going to say things sometimes you're not going to agree with, and sometimes you are going to agree with. Hopefully, we always like to think that we can agree to disagree and remain cordial. Unfortunately, sometimes I see that that's not always the case. We like to say it. It sounds good. But once somebody says something you don't like, yeah, kind of.
Nobody can.
And our opinions may change on things because we're people that appreciate growth in ourselves and others. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I like to see that, so our opinions might change on things along the way.
Yeah.
None of this criticism takes away from Purple's dedication to doing Monkey Mondays, to being a friend to Brandy, to being upset by what happened. Nothing that I've said here takes away from it. So I hope that when you hear me saying this, that you can take on board the fact that I can recognise and admire all the other things that have gone well. It doesn't change the fact that you broke a woman who's your friend live on your channel, when just 5 minutes of waiting and listening before speaking to her could have changed everything. And then what I don't understand was you let her back up to confirm it when she was absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that a private phone call?
With other women that were, no offense, all offense, making this sort of about them.
Yeah. Anyway, who's the victim here?
Brandy.
Exactly. I heard so many I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not about you. Think of what Brandy's doing. Is somebody like in the wind?
Yeah, it's
Eliza. She muted.
Oh.
But no, you're exactly right. It's not. It was not about any of them. This was purely about Brandy and her family, and the screaming, the crying, and the I can't handle this. I can't do this. Harley,
you're guinea pigs.
Oh, are they making? Sorry,
not my dog this time.
No, but the screaming and hollering, you can't do this, guys. I just don't understand what's wrong with these people. You're kind of taking away. No, you are taking away from the issue, and you are making it about you. Just stop. Calm down. If you can't handle it, get off the panel and get off YouTube.
They can't even go 30 seconds without making it about them.
And you got Heidi hollering at Tara. Shut up, Tara! What happened?
Oh my God, that was awful.
It was embarrassing. It was a very cringy moment.
And I think one of the saddest aspects of all this is that there is a very genuine friendship there. I'm not taking anything away from their friendship. But now I get, for better or worse, Brandy is going to have to carry on going in there, because otherwise it's a rejection of Purple.
Yeah.
In order for them to both work on their friendship still and keep that friendship that they consider precious going, she was in there last night. But it's a very difficult situation. To me, every time I've seen or heard Brandy since this happened, all I can think of is her face on that video, on that live that's still up, that people could still watch, of her having to come to terms with the fact that that is the reality of the charge. And it just makes me really angry at law enforcement, who should have served her better. Even if they were trying to protect her, in the end they failed to protect her by not telling her. And that Purple just blundered in. And that can never be put back. I don't understand why that live is still up.
Right. Well, money, ad revenue.
And I'm sorry, Purple. And this ain't
because you got a shit ton of views. Okay.
Yeah. This ain't us coming back on you, thumping you on. It really ain't even about that. And I know you'll go live later on tonight. The circle jerks this, circle jerks that. Listen, it is what it is. And us stating our opinion and how we feel about it does not make it an all-out war.
And I think we're being extremely generous, because if we would have went live a day or two ago, I think it would have been much different.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
that
so
message
heated.
thread.
People were heated.
Yeah. And it wasn't just the jerks. It wasn't just the bullhorn betties. It wasn't just this group, the tragedy pimps, the this, the that, the grifters, all these stupid buzzwords floating around in this damn sector. It was not just that. It was a lot of people. And I don't just blame you, Purple. I don't. I think it was just, I do.
It was a combination of the channel hate in your heart that took over and was more important than that mama right then and there. And that's what made me so angry.
Right.
And now
I was in your chat begging you guys to let's focus on the hope and the love and prayer. I asked several times, but I couldn't.
I saw a lot of people asking for that. A lot of people, and they were getting deleted. The comments were getting deleted when people were asking for the bullshit to stop. When people was up there bitching about other people collecting super chats. Meanwhile, her monetization and the super chats were on. Like, the hypocrisy was just neck deep. I mean,
yes, everybody gets so uptight about monetization, and then their monetization is on. Their super chats are so either you don't want it and you're not okay with it, or you do want it and you're okay with it. You have to make up my mind here.
I think it's more just a jealousy that these people are getting more people in their chats and they're getting more money.
That's just gross when it's
and they just don't like that person.
It's just gross because look what the end result was. And
you know, I think I don't know if it's jealousy or what, but Brandy liked Betty and Dolly when they went down there. She appreciated everything they did. And I sort of feel like she's trying everything in the world to get her to not like them.
Yeah. She's being told a lot of things that just simply aren't true. That's what is being passed on to Brandy. You know, how they're going down there, how, you know, they told her that before they went down before about how they were going to go down there and protest, but that's not what they did. What they, you know, did was go hang up a beautiful banner and go pass out flyers and go talk to people and go look and
there were
and get
no
an idea
problems.
of there was no problems. And then they were being told again that they were going down there. And then they're telling that to Brandy. So you even see her, you know, on the live saying that she's talked to the prosecuting attorney, I think is what she said. Something to that effect. If anybody's going, you know, down there, like they were going to harass her, why would they want to harass her? Betty wouldn't want to give her a hard time. That doesn't make sense.
Nobody has looked at, well, they definitely aren't now, looking at Tyler and Brandy as if they did something. And me and Tara kept trying to state that in the live. Stop telling this girl that they are coming down there to protest. There's nothing to protest about. This ain't Dawn and Candace. This ain't Billy Joel and her murderous daughter. There's nothing to protest.
They've all been sucked into this bullshit narrative because people have got to be in their bonnets about the protest. This has just rolled over into this, where you see ham-fisted partial stories coming out in chat. The bullhorn Betty phoned up Brandy and broke the news to her. It's like telephone, you know, or the impolitically correct Chinese whispers, for want of a better term, where nobody's got the proper story because they can't really be bothered to find out.
Is somebody typing?
Right, Purple. Purple is in the chat.
I think it's the hamsters.
Well, we knew she would be.
Harley, your hamsters are exercising.
Your guinea pigs are making noise.
With respect.
They are not hamsters, damn it.
Whatever.
What's she saying?
Purple, with respect. We've made a point of saying that your friendship is something precious to you both, and we have not disrespected that. We made a point of saying how committed you were to Monkey Mondays and the case and how much you cared for the family. We've bent over backwards to be polite and recognise the work that you've done.
Not
However,
just here.
we feel that I'm not going to speak for everybody else. I feel that you made an absolute massive blunder by not listening to the tape, and you know that you made a blunder. I've heard you say it yourself.
Yeah.
You could have listened to that tape. You got carried away with the narrative of protesters and Bullhorn Betty, and whether somebody has the right to information that's perfectly legal to access. And you did that, and you took away her hope. And then you let her come back up, absolutely broken, and discussed it on the live. A choice that you made. It's immaterial whether she wanted to come up or not. You chose to broadcast it. You were in control. And you have left that live up with all the footage still in it for people to watch at their leisure. Come see a woman get broken.
And that's your legacy that you're leaving behind.
I'm sorry that you don't like me saying that, but it's the truth.
And, I just want to add to that is that I don't think that anybody on YouTube took away her hope. Honestly, it was the people who did this.
Yeah.
To Michael, right?
I agree.
They ultimately
that was the phrase that was used, and so I was echoing the phrase. I don't.
And I'm sure she was just upset. Yeah, I'm sure she was just upset, and you want to blame people and blame this and that. But ultimately, I feel that at least as far as Sarah, and obviously they feel there's others. Those are the people really at fault here. But
yeah. But no, Purple, no one's I don't know if you were here earlier. I credited you for every Monday you did Monkey Monday, whether there was nothing moving in the case or not. You stayed on it no matter what, even when you were sick. You have been credited for that. That's actually not what we're even talking about, though. So
no.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen, and actually listen with any amount of fairness, we're bent over backwards to praise you for all the things that you deserve praise for.
We do, Purple. You have stated that
we're not saying that you didn't know. We're discussing it, just like you discuss things on your channel.
Yeah, you massively fucked up, and we're talking about it. Nobody's coming at you.
Yeah.
No, we've come at you before, Purple. You should know the difference.
Yeah, we've come at you. That's not what's happening here. It's a discussion, and sometimes it just, I don't know. People don't like a discussion.
Well, has there even been like an apology of I shouldn't have done that, or?
Yes, she did. I heard her say that.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She did several times.
She's expressed
she did feel horrible about it. Yeah.
And she said how upset she is about it. And I absolutely recognize that. I think we're being more than fair. But if you consider that the only good thing is silence, then I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a right to shut anybody up.
No. And well, Brandy's opinion is the only one that matters. That's right. Purple. But
quit trying to push opinions on her of other creators that are really not doing any harm to her or trying to.
Right. Those are fine words.
Also, talking about this, hopefully
everything legal that they're allowed to do, that real true crime channels do. I'm just throwing that out there.
Right. Brandy's opinion may be the only opinion that matters to you. That's very good. But it's nonsensical generalization to say that Brandy's opinion is the only one that matters. Of course it isn't. We could all have an opinion on the fact that law enforcement let her down. We could all have an opinion on the fact that you live in a country where access to information is a right. Those are all opinions that we are perfectly capable of having, and we will have. And if you've got a problem with that, there's an X at the top right.
Yeah. Talking about it also hopefully will prevent this from happening to somebody else at another time.
Yeah. And nothing, I mean, I just think
hopefully we've all learned something from this,
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not going to shut up because I happen to like you. I'm not going to do it. If I have an opinion, I'm going to speak on it. That is the freedom I have here on YouTube. I have no alliances, so I have no restrictions. And I think a lot of you all need to start looking at YouTube like that, because I've noticed a lot of people have now become where they feel scared to speak how they really feel because of their alliances. And I can't and I won't do that. And that is
no, I won't.
Yeah, it's a freedom. that I encourage.
When I mess up, these girls will be the first ones to bust my ass. Believe that.
Yeah. And I encourage a lot of y'all to do that. Don't have such dedication to
blind loyalty
to a creator, a channel holder, a YouTube. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be restricted and your opinions don't matter anymore because you have this loyalty to a human. And
now, I'm sure that you're going to go on the live later and try to eviscerate us, or maybe just me. I don't know. I would ask you. I'm not asking you not to do it. Feel free. I don't care. But I would ask you to try and make it at least partially factual and stick to what we actually said and not what you think you heard.
Yeah. Because you know how this can go.
Exactly, Ray Ray. Everybody can go where they choose.
And yes, Marlena, you're right. She's not cut out for true crime.
No, she's not. She doesn't believe in the investigating or the tracking down of people and the finding out the public information that we're all allowed to. And that's our right to research. Right.
Well, I want to throw out there too that there are certain creators, JLR, that kind of goes
too far.
I mean, like, he's already trying to contact the suspects and figure out the people that were in this supposed leaked document that shouldn't have been by the media, not by a YouTuber. And tracking these people down, right? Stay out of that. Stay out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because these people potentially are going to be charged, and you don't want a YouTuber harming his case. I mean, report on what you want. Report on the people. I don't mind them going through their TikToks like Sarah's and whatnot. Okay, cool, but stop contacting them.
Tragedy pimps. No one said that purple didn't stick with Brandy.
We've said that several times.
Oh my God.
Catch up.
If we rewind and listen to the start of this, where we bent over backwards to praise the work that Purple has done, no one is taking that away from her. No one is belittling the friendship. We made a point of saying that the friendship is precious to both Purple and Brandy, and that it's genuine. We don't take any of that away.
Sorry. And they didn't run from Idaho.
We also said the police are at fault here. That's all the things that we said at the start. Welcome
You've got
to the
to
conversation.
You've got to keep up in the show. Please pay attention. Just please.
They also didn't run from Idaho to go to a more important case. That wasn't it. They did what they did, and they were done. They stayed there 2 or 3 days, which was their plan. If anybody ever pays attention to them, that was their plan. And then they were going. That's what they did. Everybody's like, oh, they hurried and left Idaho, left Brandy to go to a more money case or whatever. No, that wasn't it.
They had flights.
There was nothing else left for them to do because they honestly believe that he was abducted. I don't understand people. Oh, my God. Just because they don't like somebody, they just want to constantly go at them.
Yeah, and I can't dumb myself down. I cannot dumb myself down to do that. I see a lot of yous. You think you're being objective. You're not. You're sticking with your alliances or this person because of their sub count. I see what's going on. You're not slick. So I can't dumb myself down for it.
Yeah. And what happens now when this case is over? That's it. Because the Michael Vaughn case was thrown in people's laps. They didn't, seek it out. It was handed to them on a silver platter.
Well, here's the thing, too, about Bullhorn Betty and Dolly. And, I like Dolly. I hated and became a member of Bullhorn Betty, but I already canceled. Don't worry. It was totally spiteful.
I go back and forth on her.
Yeah, I do, too.
Yeah,
but I will say
I like Dolly, but...
Yeah, I will say in this case, though, I have not heard either one say anything bad about Brandy or her family.
Nope.
If you'd listened to Dolly today, he was saying all good, telling everybody to leave them alone. She's going through so much right now. She's going to be angry at everybody and everything. And that's to be expected. And if she wants to be angry at them, then fine. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish people would listen.
I'd like to put a word in for the whole man pass thing. Somebody who's flown completely under the radar in all this and isn't getting toasted is Harsh Reality. Harsh Reality, who was completely convinced that the parents were responsible. and has constantly got his little slidings in. And this week, crickets.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
No,
nobody's attacking him. Again, it's a game of personalities. It's a game of who you support and who you like and who you don't like. Yep. And the facts are flexible to fit in with those dislikes.
It sure is.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of creators hear things from the chatters or their mods or whoever, and they just assume that to be true and run with it, and therefore blasting the same false info out to everybody else in their chat. And everybody runs with this as opposed to doing their own research and figuring it out for themselves.
People become mindless. They really do. YouTube is an amazing thing. Social media is. People.
I'm sorry, Maleficent. I didn't realise that Levid had actually done anything about him. Levid is not a channel that I watch, but I'm glad somebody's calling him on it. So thank you for that information.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tragedy then.
Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff to cover, guys. I mean, we don't want to purple this up and say the same 7 things for 3 hours, so we can move on.
Segue in, because we were speaking of selective outrage. So I was about to segue in to the Tiffany AB scandal here. Checkgate.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, I'm loving this one.
I'm popping my popcorn already.
How about the selective outrage there? And where is Tiffany? Tiffany, where you at, girl?
Crickets.
She's hiding.
Isn't that funny?
She'd rather hide than get up there and apologize and say she's sorry for lying to everybody, especially her followers.
No.
Well, and here's the thing. She could have just said, I didn't donate. I didn't donate. I have no problem.
I didn't either.
That.
I didn't either.
You know, she could have just said, I didn't donate. And nobody would have thought. I mean, a lot of creators didn't donate. So, but then she just had to go to the next level and produce false check, which we all knew was fake. That's not really a surprise. Confirmation is lovely, but I just,
Yeah, and I was willing to let that whole thing go, because I think I even said this a while back, like, she probably just did it because she wanted to give people confidence in sending directly to the reward fund, which I thought the reward fund was bullshit from day one, because anyone who had information to find Summer Wells was not going to implicate their own involvement for a reward fund that they can't even collect. Anyway, I figured maybe she just lied and said, yeah, I sent $1,500 just, to get other people to send money. But no, now we find out that it was just to shut Molly up. Fucking petty.
And when she was called out, she doubled down on it. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Showing you the back of the check. There's no personal information on the back of a check. It's a stamp from the bank.
And that's the way she did it too. It wasn't that she doubled down. She did it with that stupid condescending tone of hers. I don't have to show you anything. And where is
lean in?
Where is dumbass bombshell? But now, bum, because you were windmilling for this idiot. Yes, Tiffany Marie, ain't nobody scared of you over here. So you can, when you come out of hiding, come for me. See what you get.
I
don't know if we've got the screenshots, but we've definitely got a video with all the quotes from AB that he actually said on his live, if anybody hasn't seen it.
Yeah, and I just want to say something quick about AB here. People are giving him shit because he didn't say anything about it and he kept her secret. AB was trying, in my opinion, was trying to be a good friend, right? We've all done it. We have all gotten so caught up in the back and forth, in the bullshit, and have done things that we're not proud of, said horrible things. Focus on Solutions is one of my most favorite people right now. Her and I have gone back and forth for months saying the most horrible shit to each other. And now, as we're finding out, she had opinions that I was kind of blind and not willing to accept. So yes. I think, his loyalty to her and just wanting to be a good friend and not wanting to start shit He just shut up about it.
Can I just quickly butt in and make a quick apology before,
yes, ma'am,
in case I've forgotten, my time runs out? Tragedy Pimps Exposed. I'm just reading back on the chat and I saw your comment that you weren't actually talking to the panel. You were talking to people in comments. I fully accept that's the case if that's what you say. And I genuinely and sincerely apologize if I offended you and hurt your feelings. That was me blundering in with my mouth. It's a very volatile and sensitive topic, and I probably did lose my control of what was going on. My sincere apologies.
I love you, Pearl.
I love Pearl too.
That's why she's the queen. And you know, Tragedy, I will agree with you on the highlight on the screen. He knew for a long time. I can't deny that either. He did know.
I'm not saying I like him, but I'm glad he put it out there, even if it took him this long.
Yeah.
From his other quotes, it seems that this was just the start of a tipping point, and that there's subsequently been lots of things that have happened that he just can't hold with any longer. That was like the start of a whole sequence of things where he suddenly realized that he was defending what he now considers the indefensible. So I think there's much more.
Everybody has that tipping point with their messy friend, though, right? Where enough's enough.
Yeah, that's what I think, because we've all been caught up in shit, and then we've all known stuff and made excuses and turned a blind eye to stuff. And then there comes a point where I can't do this anymore. I cannot keep lying to defend the indefensible. And I think that's what the point he reached.
Well, it seems like there was also more than just the check, okay?
Yeah.
To say that he just snapped because he couldn't hold in the lie of the check anymore would be foolish. There was something that was building up, and that was just the first card he threw out.
So,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Oh, shut up and go.
No,
I was just going to add, you best believe this isn't it.
No, that's what I'm thinking. There is more.
This is the season opener. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Do you guys think it's because she's backing Cher and all that nonsense? Cher and Benny?
That might be part of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cher was going at him.
I think that's part of it.
I don't watch
he
her,
does
so I don't know.
say, I have the quote in the video where he's saying that, oh, you're hanging out now with all the tragedy whores and the tragedy pimps, and thinking up little schemes. So this is obviously part of what's what's caused the beginning of the end.
I figured.
Should we roll the video?
We should
roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes.
I'm losing my
AB versus TM. Is that the one?
That's the one with all AB's comments in about the situation that's going to be unfolding. The other one is the way that Tiffany has obviously been phoning around female creators and getting a nice little narrative going.
Okay,
yes.
Yes.
Y'all ready for this? Hit that like button while you're in here too, if you don't mind.
Y'all know you love Pearl's videos. They're the best.
Right, give me a second. I need to unplug my mic before I...
Look who's in our recommended. Lip Lock No More.
That's the wrong video. That's the second one.
Changing stories is not the right video. Wait, hold on, because there's only two that I saw on here.
Yeah, this AB versus TM is the quotes one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the one you want me to play. Okay.
Now you know that they know there's two videos.
Got new friends.
Got your popcorn ready?
New friends. Benny and Penny and Cher. Oh, what a fucking tandem. Tragedy whores, tragedy pimps. I can't wait to fucking throw you all under the bus. Now, Tiffany, how did you like that little drop I did to Scott H the other day? Tiffany Marie's a liar. Scum of the earth. To the point where I'm going to have to change the name of my channel. I think this should be called AB's TM Victim Support and Awareness Channel. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get one thing straight, Tiffany Marie. You victimize We have a server just to get out of your sassafras. And there's more people in that fucking voice chat on a daily basis talking about you than there is with you in there conspiring with your new friends. So good luck with that. Wait till I start doing the call-ins with the victims calling in and telling Tiffany Marie stories. Oh, fuck, you think that drop was bad? The cat's out of the bag, bitch.
Oh.
I love it. I love seeing these little Tiffany Marie trolls all over the place. Friends, you can pretend to troll away. A, you don't know how. B, I've already won the war. Friends, Tiffany Marie is a liar and has been exposed yet again. The main reason for making that drop to Scott H is because it's not that she lied. It's that she maintains to go and run with this bullshit narrative to all her members, subscribers, anybody that'll listen about this check being verified in the background. All right. Well, we can put that to a real fucking stop. All right. Wonder how many channel members that she's going to lose. I would think quite a few of them. Wait till I start up these call-in show. I can't wait for that to happen. It's going to be some good stories. In due time, though.
So I have one question. How do I get to be in this server?
At Tragedy Pimps, I did hear that, but I don't remember where I heard that he was going to. Somebody said that it was AB and with somebody else's name, like a troll account, saying that he was going to release TM's
I
nudes.
hope not, because he loses.
Which, don't do that.
Yeah, you lose all credibility on anything you're going to say.
Yeah.
If that's the route you're going to take, drop that. If that's even you claiming it, drop that and come out with just the facts.
But then this void person or whatever said that they were just trolling. I don't know. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's not. That's not a good look. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, you lose all respect when you start doing that.
Yeah,
that's filthy.
Definitely.
I don't care who sends who nudes. I don't want to ever see them, but
I don't see AB.
Unless it's Matthew McConaughey, I want to see that.
Send those over.
Please do. Forward those to me.
Eden said that was not AB.
Oh, the troll.
Okay.
Yeah.
The troll.
Yeah, revenge porn is a scum move. I don't care who you are or what reason you think you have. There's no reason. Revenge porn is against the law and it's a scum move.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll lose it. You'll just lose all credibility, and I won't care what you have to say after that. But if you want to talk about what Tiffany has done, I hear that she's blackmailed some of her subscribers. I hear that she's done a lot of nasty shit, which is not shocking to me. I mean, think about it, y'all. When Tiffany started lying about this chick, now Laura went live today and I was in her chat. Thank you, Laura, for not blocking me because I didn't agree with nothing you said. But when I was in Laura's chat, she was talking about if you believed the check was real, then you were stupid. Okay, now I knew the check wasn't real, and a lot of people did. But you got to think, there were a lot of Tiffany supporters that didn't know because they have, again, such blind loyalty to her. So much so that they changed their names to I support TM and AB. Come on now.
Yep.
I remember that. There was a bunch of them like that.
Yeah, that's insane. But that's how much they believed in their Tiffany.
Well, people changing their names to I stand with Tiffany.
Yes.
Finding Tiffany. Like, how fucking crazy. But that's just how the game is played. People, they get so wrapped up in it.
Well, and I've had support for a specific creator, and I mean, it wasn't until I finally opened my eyes to some stuff, and I'm not saying I don't still support, but I'm not blind anymore.
Right.
And sometimes you need this wake up call, right? This reality of, wait, they're just not the person you thought they were.
Right. And
and to be honest, I think there's a lot of creators like that. There's a lot of them that probably aren't the person that, that you think you know or whatever.
Exactly, Bex. She used them as her send-off dummies. Let's just call it what it is, especially Bumshell. She was her biggest send-off dummy. And today, Laura was her send-off dummy.
Yeah.
Well, Stu, I had talked to you back in the day because I knew her and Bomb's history from way back. Remember? And I was like, oh no, this is so fishy. When Bomb came up, I was like,
I remember you telling me about it, Tanga.
Yeah.
You told me how this was going to play out.
Yeah, Tiffany Lies About Donations was one of my favorite names I ever saw in the chat.
I love it.
Yeah, like I said before, like we're not judging single actions here. Like when we talk about creators, we're basing this on patterns of behavior over a long period of time.
And you got to think, had this been anyone else, Tiffany, dear God, she would be all over him, up and down live for 15 hours a day. Where's the lie? Somebody tell me I'm lying.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yep. It's just funny to me how quick people forget who Tiffany Marie really is. She don't care about none of y'all.
Like Ziggy?
Yeah.
Like Ziggy?
Yeah.
What the hell?
The change in narrative is just breathtaking. I actually listening to Ziggy last night and then listening to Perplex QT today, their talking points were the same to the point where I had to stop and clip both of them and bung them together in a video because the narrative was the same. Don't tell me that Tiffany hasn't been on the phone with them saying these very things, because if you think that they both said the same things accidentally, then I've got a farm on Mars going cheap. Hit me up.
Yeah,
they've become Tiffany's puppets.
Yeah. Now Ziggy and Laura are her send-off dummies. I'll be damned. Yes, Ziggy, you are. I said it. So.
Well, she still has that Discord room, the pig pen.
Yeah. And Ziggy's
talking about that we're not in other people's Discord spying. You're fucking delusional.
Then Ziggy's talking about everybody makes mistakes. Are you okay? What is that your argument that everybody makes mistakes?
Some over and
Ziggy,
over.
we love you, hon. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, babe.
Ziggy, what you said last night in your live, you have been trashed by Tiffany Marie, and you were over there windmilling for her because she was nice to you when Jim passed away. This woman doesn't care anything about you. Sorry, but she doesn't. And Ziggy, you were the one of the main ones, who exposed the check scandal, called it out for exactly what it was.
And you were absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep. And I get it. Maybe I think, I don't know, Laura's Laura. She drives me crazy no matter what. But, I don't know if this is more just keep a peace, but because Ziggy has gotten a lot of hate from a lot of creators, and maybe it's just keep a peace, but keep the peace, but I don't know.
At what cost?
Maybe just don't even address it then, right?
At what cost, though? And I understand, Ziggy, you don't like how AB's doing it. But what, take AB out of the equation. Now what? Tiffany Marie lied and said she cut a check to a fund for Summer Wells. The same Summer Wells that she claimed was her goddaughter and angel and all this stuff. You know damn well, if this would have been you, Ziggy, she would be all over you right now, talking about how horrible you, not just you, Ziggy, anybody.
She would.
Yeah. How horrible you are. Do you want to answer for your mistakes? Take a link.
Can't believe you would lie about sending money in for Summers. Oh my God. It'd go on and on for months.
You caught her out. You proved your point with the statistical breakdown of when certain amounts have been given. And what did she do? She not only had called you a liar, her subs called you a liar. They held shows dragging you. And now suddenly it's come out that, in fact, you were right. And she did lie. And all the people who were windmilling her either lied for her or were taken in by her. Neither of those is a good option.
Yeah, it's a pattern of behavior.
Well, and I think that AB coming out with this now is more so because there were still so many supporters of Tiffany and wanting to believe that this was factual, that they hadn't seen it yet.
And I agree, Tragedy. AB has said some sick shit I cannot get on board with. Okay, take AB out of the equation. Forget he exists. Pretend somebody else exposed this truth. Just for a minute. Now what? I'll wait.
Yeah, but a lot of people know about a lot of stuff the whole time. When you get wrapped up in creators, you keep their dirty secrets. You know when bullshit is going on behind the scenes, and you just shut up about it, right? I think AB is in the same situation where he knew he didn't want to say anything. He gave her the benefit of the doubt, but over and over and over, it's the same shit, different day. And then at one point, you got to ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you do.
Why do I keep defending this absolutely horrible, irresponsible behavior? And I think he has reached his breaking point.
Like him, love him. He's reached it. For whatever reason, he's reached it. Again, Tiffany wrote a check. Didn't write, no. She didn't cut a check. She pretended that she sent off a check. It wasn't real. Now, what do you all have to say? And that's a general question. It's you got to remember who we're talking about here. Tiffany Marie, who loves to gun for anybody for anything. And all of a sudden, she's gone. Again, the selective outrage. It's just funny to me how people become so loyal to
because they're blind. They're blind, and then one day they wake up.
The lying on Summer's name is so much more than being sick of your friend. To me, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Laura,
I think AB will talk when he's ready. I think he'll come out with it.
With Ziggy, I didn't know what is okay, so I figured it was because she was backing Cher and all that nonsense. But what is the thing with Benny? Is Benny in with Cher, so that's part of it?
I think Tiffany has now became best buddies with Benny.
Right.
It was very strange. Yeah.
But this has been going on for months though. Like this isn't anything new. She's been going on panels with all of them.
I read a comment.
I don't watch them very often because I don't like any of them.
Yeah,
I read a comment somewhere. I cannot remember where, so don't quote this as fact. That Tiffany and Benny, or something like that, something was going to go on with AB's child, like maybe child protective. So I don't know. There was something about that. I think it was in Ziggy's chat last night. Not Ziggy saying it, but somebody else said it. Or maybe it was over in Laura's. So I think this runs really deep. And because AB isn't really saying anything yet, and everybody's just speculating, and right now we're just going off the check scandal, we don't know the whole story. But I think there's much more to come.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's ready, he'll speak on it.
I think there's more to it than just the check.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I think that was just the first bomb.
Yeah, no, it's never just.
And I don't care. All her followers need to know that she's a liar.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was 5 years down the road.
Ziggy, I don't think you listened to Laura. I think both you and Laura were spoken to by Tiffany and given the same sort of, whether you realised it or not, given the same talking points, because you both seem to hit the same talking points, and I could almost hear Tiffany saying it. I think that's a part of the problem for AB is that how do you have whatever you call a best friend, girlfriend, whatever, who is chummy now with Cher, meanwhile Cher is threatening to take every single penny you've got when you're a single father of a seriously handicapped child. Now, we all know Cher's talking out of her arse, but nevertheless, the threat has been made, and Tiffany's in the chat. Now, I don't know about you lot, but if yeah.
Keep your head up, trash bucket. Yeah. And that's supposed to be AB's friend. Whether you like them or not, I completely understand. That's supposed to be his friend, girlfriend, soon to be wife. Hell, I don't know. And then Tiffany is in there with Cher, who is defending an alleged baby. God dang. And being told to keep her head up. Her head up for what? Out of the trash where it belongs, you trash bucket, Cher.
Right. Ugh.
The alliance.
Okay, Ziggy, maybe we saw things differently than was really happening, but it looked like you were really rallying for TM last night. Maybe it wasn't.
Like to me.
It did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Ziggy. That's what it sounded like to me.
And I mean, I just don't want you to get hurt again.
Why are you just mad at AB though? That's what I don't understand.
The woman's rabid.
Yeah, why is it just AB?
Yeah, she's a fucking liar. You should be mad at both of them.
Yeah, if you're going to be mad at one, I mean, surely you got room for the other.
Oh my God.
But AB didn't even start any of this stuff. He was just a spectator, right?
Who?
Yeah, she lied.
Yeah, but just because you've got over it, just because you're no longer pissed with her about it, it doesn't mean that it suddenly miraculously isn't a lie.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. And damn AB for saying it.
Yeah. It didn't go away. And it didn't go away for a lot of people, Ziggy. There's a lot of people that are pissed off about it. You know, some of
Laura's thing. Laura's saying, oh, everybody knew it wasn't true. I'm sorry, that wasn't the narrative as I understood it. I don't know about you lot.
Right. Like I said earlier, people changed their names after this. Bless their hearts. Do I support TM and AB? Now, come on. Not everybody knew it was a lie. I did. Ziggy, you did. You called it out. Good on you. You called it out.
We all knew it was a lie, but
yeah, we just didn't have hardcore proof, you know.
We didn't have right.
And now the question is, what else is a lie?
And we didn't have channels to call it out either.
Yeah, what else is a lie? I mean, if you lie about something,
he has bed bugs. That was a lie. She was on
exactly,
a lie
Eliza.
with a tank top and bed bug bites. That was a lie. She got a mattress from a dumpster. That was a lie.
Go on and on.
Look at all the months that she dragged you because you spotted Jodie Sue Brown for what she is right at the start of this year. And it took Tiffany another 7 months. It felt like 7 years. It took her another 7 months to actually hit the point where it was so thrust in her face that she could no longer ignore it.
And then when she comes to that conclusion, she expects everybody else to, and just to get over it as well. But when Ziggy, you and others saw Jodie Sue for who she was, when Tiffany was windmilling for her, she dragged everybody, especially you, Ziggy.
Yep.
No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I'd be like
exactly.
This. Listen, Tiffany, I appreciate you being there for me during a hard time, but bitch, you lied, and I ain't letting it go. Remember this day, Tiffany. Remember this day, because I'm giving you exactly what you gave me so many times. That would be my stance on it. But Ziggy, you're your own woman.
Yes, Indy. It's called the pig pen.
Yeah. Dedicated to Ziggy.
And from what I hear, it's still there.
And then saying stuff like Ziggy is stupid. You can tell her anything. She's so gullible, she'll believe it.
But that's a girl.
Yeah, Eliza was still there this morning at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, lip lock. Just, I mean, to me, you're going to get the same energy that you gave me. I wouldn't forget it. Tiffany sure wouldn't. And right now she's on mute, y'all. Think about that. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there to hold Princess Tiffany up when she comes out of her rock.
Crawls out from underneath it.
Yeah. Oh, she's hurt right now. Well, damn it. You've heard a lot of
Jackie Jude.
What'd Jackie say?
Oh.
Yeah, good question.
That is a great question.
Yep. Hey, Ziggy, if you're still in here, would you answer that? Would you forgive 6 Up like you did Tiffany?
You're right, Morris. AB's not a snake. He has no qualms telling you to your face exactly what he thinks about you.
He's a troll.
I do have to say that we're probably a bit more fired up over this than we would have been any other week, because we'd already previously got into a big situation about protests and freedom of information and internet beef and what happened to Brandy Neal. So
yeah,
the fire was already burning.
And we brought it.
And we'll bring it again if needed.
Yeah.
Every time.
Like I said earlier, that's the freedom we have. That's why we called ourselves the Jerks. Because damn it, I have that freedom. I don't have an alliance to nobody. So my opinion is not going to change because I'm on the internet with some people. That's stupid. Think about that.
Okay, Ziggy, that'll be cool. She says she'll explain it live later about 6 Up because it's a lot to explain.
Okay.
Excellent. We'll be getting it on 2 channels tonight.
Right? Oh, I imagine.
Purple and Ziggy.
Well, you know, darlings, there's nothing wrong with the occasional bit of double penetration. It takes all
But
sorts.
at least I will say at least Ziggy is saying she understands where we're coming from and why we're so passionate about it, you know?
Yeah. Purple just bounced on us all.
And honestly,
it's because we care about her, because if we didn't, it wouldn't matter to us.
Exactly.
Is it going to be a bitch fit? That's what I want to know, Ziggy.
I hope she realizes that.
I just want to know if it's going to be a bitch fit or
something
milder, you know.
If it is, drop a link and I'll come up. We can talk one-on-one.
Oh, okay. She's not mad at any of us. Okay. So we're probably not going to get yelled at.
Double penetration.
Because 6 Up
top tier
ain't ever going to be invited up there.
Oh, God, no.
God, no.
Ugh.
Go to bed, 6 Up.
She did.
Yeah, I cannot play 6 Up in my house. My bird goes absolutely.
Oh, God, yes.
True
story. You guys heard it that night when we were recording the watch party.
The birds don't like. No, the birds don't like that voice.
Neither do my ears.
Me either.
Yeah, lip lock. It sucks. That's how people get sucked in, and we all had to learn this the hard way. You get so wrapped up, and there's patterns of behavior, right, that you ignore or you make excuses for, and then after a point, you got to stop making excuses, like, because you can't defend it and you can't make excuses. Real people get hurt. Real people, you know, they're shamed off YouTube. They're embarrassed. Real people lose a lot of freaking money because they get so caught up in this. It's fucking criminal.
It is criminal. Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that comment? I just lost it. Did Tiffany delete all her videos of Summer?
Oh, let me see. Let me go look.
They're probably on private.
I mean, she should after lying on Summer's name, pretty much. But
delete her ad revenue.
Carol Johnson, I am with you on this. Absolutely. I know that was directed at Ziggy, but I will not be forgetting what Tiffany and AB said. If you've got a problem with Mallory about milk jokes, deal with the milk jokes. What Mallory chooses to identify as and lives her life as, it's none of your fucking business.
Yeah, deal with the milk jokes.
Amen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's people like to turn it around. You got to deal with the milk jokes, not her identity.
Right. You can find that not funny. People have different senses of humor for sure. A lot of people didn't think it was funny. Some people did.
I didn't find it funny at all.
I didn't either. Stuff like that is just gross to me.
I thought it was an atrocious joke. I didn't even think it was funny. A lot of things you can get away with. The most borderline impolitically correct humor. If something is actually funny, it just wasn't funny.
But you know what happened?
Mustang Sally, hold on a minute. Mustang Sally, we're not trying to get Ziggy to go after Tiffany. We're just trying to get her to not be defending her.
Serious.
Lord.
Oh, come on, guys.
Ziggy is free to think of Tiffany whatever she wants. Nobody's encouraging her to attack Ziggy. All I'm saying is don't lie down on the floor, write welcome on your chest, and then be surprised when somebody wipes their feet on you.
Please, yeah.
Yes.
It can't be that hard what we're saying. I know it ain't. I think people choose to make things
That's exactly it, Lurker. That is it.
Because it's not.
Jane, don't use your real account.
Yeah, Jane was in there last night acting like people were trying to get Ziggy riled up. Ziggy brought it up. And then we state our opinions. That ain't trying to do anything, but whatever.
Jamie Howard, you say if you disagree with Mallory, you're considered a bigot. It depends how you go about it, doesn't it? You could disagree with her till the cows come home. However, if you start bringing into the conversation other things that are not relevant to her sense of humor or lack of sense of humor as you see it, then that's where the bigotry comes in.
Yes.
It's about focus.
Yeah, I can think of 10 things off the top of my head that absolutely freaking drive me crazy about Mallory. Her identity has nothing to do with any of it. That freaking bell drives me crazy.
The whole thing of making a big deal, and I believe it was Lara started the big deal over the milk joke. But making that big, huge deal of it just made everybody hear the joke that you're so offended by. Yeah. More and more people heard it rather than I don't know how many in the first place, but I hadn't heard it until a big deal was made of it on Tim's.
You see, it's really hard to take you seriously, Tiffany, being offended at this milk joke. When you're hanging out with a man whose troll name is Summer Wells is in my barn in Kentucky. That's one of BK's troll names.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
now,
gross.
Attack the joke. Not the person. Yeah. Equally, attack the joke. Don't befriend the person if you believe the joke is that disgusting.
Yep. And I agree. I don't like that when people take something, if it's not about their identity, and try to turn it into that. I have seen that. People try that. I don't like that. It's the same concept goes for them too. Attack the facts or what you think are the facts and not make it into something else. Just like attack the joke, not the identity.
Yes.
We reach for things to win in an argument. And oftentimes we just lose sight of what it is, reaching for things that aren't there.
What are you really mad about?
Yeah.
Say that.
Well, I think this comment's interesting. She told her mods that she liked to purge her friends. She doesn't have real friends, only yes people. That's 90% of YouTube. It may take you a while to figure it out, but I'm sorry to say a majority of you are only good enough when you're of use.
And I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen her abuse her subs, her mods. I mean, what do you mean by that? Do you got to? I mean, just the snotty
talks down to them.
Yeah, just the condescending. In real life, Tiffany would get hands put on her in real life.
Yes, she would.
Yeah,
yeah, she wouldn't be able to survive a week in my neighborhood talking to people like that.
Not where I come from. That's why
they'd have told her, princess,
How the game is played, unfortunately.
Hello, Justice.
And that's why the fragile little thing broke or popped a socket. I don't know what the idiot did.
Discombobulated her pelvis.
Justin, check her email.
Water and flowers, y'all.
Yeah, didn't her legs fall off?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God, I bet you that made it easy to get some photos.
Poppy, are you serious?
TM told her members they had to sub to BK, and if not, to get out. I believe it. She loves that shit. She loves to tell people to get out.
You're fucking. Who does she think she is? Seriously.
She thinks she's Tiffany Marie. She thinks that means something. Right.
My God.
She's a legend in her own mind because nobody
in her own mind. And a mugshot at
Dunkin'
Donuts. Yep.
But see what I ain't talking to y'all when I say y'all. See what a lot of y'all have done though. You have gave these people power they never should have had, making them think that they're something they're not. You let them talk to you any old way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Don't let them disrespect you like that. If your subscription means nothing to them, why are you there?
We're nothing without our subscribe. I mean, we're something, but your channel is nothing without your subscribers.
They should be kissing your asses, not the other way around, because they need you for money and for views and for whatever the hell it is, whatever reason they make YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm. Which is for clicks and views. So stop lying to yourself. I hate this saying too. They're just here for clicks and views. Well, yeah, kind of. That's why you started a channel.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And all that bullshit with, they just want to be the first one to release it. Well, yes, of course they do. That's what this is all about. I don't think people understand YouTube. I really don't.
No.
Or true crime for that matter, really. I was in Facebook true crime groups before YouTube, and I mean, shoot, they're brutal.
Facebook, is it more brutal than YouTube?
Way more brutal.
On where?
Like in the Facebook group.
I was in some political.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
It was cutthroat.
I was only in the one with Summer Wells when it came to her. That's the only one I've been in.
I was in the Delphi groups. Oh my gosh. That was a huge rabbit hole.
Hey, Justin, can I just say that I was in your live yesterday when I saw the hideous trolling that was going on Super Chats where people were saying, who's looking after your children? I hope they're not going to become a statistic like the ones that you report on, things like that. Nicolina, my God, you need some help. That's a two-parent family that also has a living grandma. Those children are well looked after. You don't really give a damn either way. You just wanted to make him feel bad. And as usual, he responded with good grace. And far more charm than I would have given to you. And then somebody else followed in, doing the same routine again.
One day
you're so superior. You call everybody else tragedy pimps. You think that you're so righteous and holier than thou. Meanwhile, you're sending clowns down there to literally make a situation a circus. You're talking about other people. Why are you in true crime if you don't want to hypothesize and find out information?
Yes.
What is it that you think true crime is meant to be?
Yes. Finally, somebody fucking said it. What do
I said it at the beginning.
This is just becoming about personal beefs. And
you think that we don't see it, and we do.
100%.
I just want to say real quick, I want to be as nice as Justin when I grow up.
Well, I won't. But anyway.
I won't either, but I want to try.
Do you all just want people to give you what the news gives you, and then we'll put 1,000 commercials on it? Local ones too, them horrible ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know your local commercials. Is that what you want? Because that's all the news is giving you.
That's what I'm saying. Your channel's never going to grow if you're true crime and you're only repeating what the news says. People are going to watch the damn news. They're not going to watch you go on for 2 hours about a 2-minute news clip. Stop it.
Channels like Queen Bee and General Awareness, lots of other channels that are currently making their whole situation, all their lives about this tragedy pimp thing and protesters, and we need to clean up true crime. Okay, so they all disappear tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Right.
Do they have their monetizations on, though?
Oh, you bet they do.
Oh, okay. So they just need to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I like channels like, she goes by Queen, but it's not Queen Bee. Not that nut.
Everyday shenanigans.
Everyday shenanigans. That's more my style. Most of y'all, I'm not talking to everybody in chat. I'm just general. Most of y'all want to be rocked to sleep. You want somebody to baby. You just want some watered down version. So people like everyday shenanigans, I prefer.
I agree. I mean, true crime is ugly, period.
Yep.
Right?
If you think it's going to be clean, that would be great. But that means that the criminals are done, right? There aren't any more. There's no more crimes.
Right.
That'd be awesome, right? Not going to happen, but...
I'm not saying that you can't disagree or dislike any of the creators that you feel are behaving incorrectly. But what possesses you to send a super chat speculating on somebody's twin children, I won't go into what gender is, twin children might end up as a statistic when there is absolutely zero evidence that there is any situation that's a problem. Have you seen the background of Justin's lives? Have you seen the stuff that's on the wall, the expressions of love, the sheer cleanliness? I wish he'd come round to do my house.
Oh, I love that. Right? Chandelier. Go to the Hallmark channel. Go watch one of them Live, Life, Love channels. You know, I used to tell my subscribers that all the time. You come in my chat crying, whine-assing around, I'm going to tell you, go to one of them Live, Laugh, Love channels. Hallmark. Hell, there you go. And I do also understand what some of y'all are saying when you're like, this is too much. That shouldn't have been said. I agree with that too. So somewhere, you have got to find that creator that gives you both. Or if you don't like any of it, just leave. But, you know, I do see both sides sometimes. The ones you don't like sometimes say things, they do go too far. I understand that too. Believe me, I do.
Doesn't matter, tragedy pimps.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry where they live, but you know, their rights.
It's their right as an American citizen.
Right. And their rights don't trump somebody else's rights.
It's heartbreaking that people are affected in that way.
Yep.
But what if it was a protest about the Supreme Court or about abortion or about some new local legislation that was coming in that was going to really curtail people's rights? The problem with allowing protest and living in a society that allows access to information and allows people to take their beef to the streets, for want of a better term, as long as they're not actually breaking any law, they have a right to do it. Once you start saying that this protest is okay and that protest is not okay, you are seriously on a slippery slope.
Yes.
To having your rights curtailed. Yeah. Defending what we dislike is part of what makes democracy a viable option.
Right. Picking and choosing what people can protest about, whether you agree with it or not. They'll come for your rights too, and someday you'll.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, here's the beauty of it: if you don't agree, don't watch. I mean,
I know.
Tragedy Pimps was referring to people being disturbed by protesters. You know, people in the homes and whatnot.
And I've already said several times where the law was broken, It was quite right for the law to intervene.
Correct.
The problem is, protest is not the idea that protest is a single person keeping quiet with a nicely worded sign. It's just it's balderdash.
And
Even
peaceful
Martin
protest doesn't mean that they don't have bullhorns. Peaceful protest means free of violence.
Martin Luther King's peaceful protest, where they literally knelt down on the ground, worked as a form of protest because their mere presence was an affront to the people who then attacked them.
Yes.
That was the tactical decision that was made. Every protest is like that. You make your tactics to fit in with the situation. They didn't have to create a storm. The mere existence was the storm.
You know, okay, yeah, there was violence. There was also violence after what happened to George Floyd. You know,
where there was violence, wasn't the law called? Did the law not take care of that?
Hi, everybody.
We're not advocating violence.
We're not advocating.
I'm going now.
Okay.
Oh, Pearl. Okay.
We'll see you in chat, Pearl. Good night.
Good night, Pearl.
I think you either people want you to completely agree, or God dang it, I do not advocate for violence. Well, sometimes I do. Who am I?
Yeah, but no, it might not be right, but it doesn't mean that we don't wish.
Some people need to get in it, but I'm not saying violence in these protests. So it's hard that you're trying to make something fit where it doesn't. But what was that?
Sounded like air brakes.
It did.
I was not dragging a body this time.
Oh, that's going to be a clip.
No, it's usually Tanga who's dragging the bodies.
Yeah, exactly. At tragedy, I agree. Okay. Well, sometimes those ethics and morals, they get a little blurred, especially when emotions are involved.
Yes.
Especially when you're protesting. You just know that this bitch killed her child. Yeah, you tend to get a little heated. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a dumbass like Cher over there, who left her kids for some dude and another. Anyway, fuck Cher over there defending it because she wants to be different. Fuck you, Cher.
Thinking it's cool that a sign is hung on a gate with her channel.
It's a game for her. It's a game for her.
Talk about laughing about that.
It's amazing how many people are so like unknowledgeable about how the system, multiple systems in America even works. I heard a lot of people complaining too about how you can just call a jail or call here and there and find out information. Investigations are funded by taxpayers. Okay, we pay the police, we pay the courts. Therefore, everything is public information. So be careful on what laws you're trying to get changed, because if you want everything kept private, people might have to start funding their own investigations. Can you imagine having to pay the police to investigate the death of your child? I mean, who has money like that?
What Nikita do? Oh, Robin, there you are.
Robin Lennon.
Yeah, she just,
We love her.
Oh, where's our pop-up? There it is. Hold on. Robin
We
Lennon.
love Robin Lennon.
You're welcome, Betty Jo.
I love her too, even though I was muted when I was trying to say it.
Oh, there it is.
Shut up, Cher. You're welcome, Betty Jo. I am Lurker Jerk the Soup, and I'll say it several more times. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anybody else would like to be the best next week? It's $ Tangeray at Cash App. Just kidding.
And she also comes with a double poke in the eye.
That's what that noise was. That was an eye getting deflated, right?
Somebody's, yep.
Somebody got poked in the eye.
We got the old poons mad at us tonight, y'all. Bless it.
Yes, the police work for us. We pay them. And this is all like 10th grade civics and social
It
studies.
really is. It's social stuff. I remember learning this. I think it was maybe in 8th grade. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while.
Yeah, something like that. 7th, 8th grade.
Mark's ball's getting deflated. That's what it was. Mystery solved. Yes, tragedy pimps. That's completely understandable. There's a lot of stuff about the protest that kind of made me side eye it too, but
oh yeah. There were things that were said that was like, really? Was that necessary? So, I mean,
oh my God.
I've got hot butts back.
We have the best night.
Oh,
We're horrible people.
I know. I love it.
Oh, me too. I like us.
Poppy the Good Trouble. I've seen you around for a while. You've been
Poppy's been around a long time.
Yeah, yeah. There's some names you see them and you're like, oh, I know that name.
Mm-hmm.
No, Justin's a classy one. Sarah.
And I'm sorry, y'all, that we can't get into these YouTube beefs that we know nothing about or care nothing about. And I think sometimes that's what
it's hard enough keeping up with the ones that are in our peripheral. You know?
Oh my God. You aren't kidding.
Now, speaking of, since
thank you, Liz. Thank you.
Did we ever play the other video and did I miss it?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, everybody's aware of how, Tiffany gets other people to windmill and spread her narrative. Anyway, I'm surprised this didn't get more traction on the internet because Tiffany is in that group. Does everybody know Piper from CSI Crowdsourced?
I was wondering if that's who that was. Is she the one that has kind of the thing for Andy?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
okay, yeah, then I know which one.
Who got Andy, Jody Sue's ex, to gain her, he gained her trust and she got him to come on and answer questions, and eventually he made his own channel. Something, and we were trying to piece this together, but couldn't get the whole story. Something was going on with who's on backstage here? Oh, it's Buttercup. Jesus. Connection suck, Buttercup.
Buttercup.
Yes.
Yeah, something was going on with Andy, and I was trying to read the comments. No, I have it pulled up here. But I guess there's a group of mean girls. Everybody's been trying to get in on this whole Andy thing. And she's a little protective of him.
A little.
Newest first.
Hey, Tammy Lynn. Thank you for being over there with me and Laura's earlier.
So I don't know if anybody in chat has the scoop, but this was has to do with Penny, Gavel Geeks, and Chroma Mama. I know for months people have been trying to get Andy to speak to them.
Uh-huh.
And sorry, I'm trying to skim through these to find the ones here. But I don't know. Somebody said he invited her to his parents' property. Is that the property on Ben Hill Road?
What?
Andy's.
Yeah, he lived up there. He doesn't now, though.
Who's the clique of 7 channels on the Summer Wells case? I lost all hope in YouTube true crime. Folks who present themselves as if they care, then the curtain gets pulled back and you see the truth, and it's disheartening, truly disheartening. They'll get back from their trip, push out their content, take in super chats. No one will be wiser. Believe me, it means the world to them. So what's going on here? Because it's all very cloak and dagger. Here.
Wait a minute. Has CSI turned on Andy? What's going on?
I don't know. Her community post was, "Don't worry, ladies. I'm not going to tell your secret. It's a little quiet." That's what I'm talking about. Remember, there was something about she heard some kind of voice memo. And she went to, I guess he invited her out there to camp on the property or something. And she stayed in her car. See, I haven't been keeping up with all I'm all Jody sued and Andy'd out.
Oh, God,
yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
But this was kind of interesting.
I see Carol in there.
Piper, you're good peeps. Don't let them get to you. Penny or Fizzle, whatever your boyfriend named you, always go above and beyond to prove exactly what I know. So this has to do with Penny, too.
They're all mad that she was down there, and it was supposed to be hold on, it jumped. It was supposed to be some top secret trip with Benny going down there. Okay.
Oh, wait. They're all mad she was down there. It's supposed to be some top secret with Benny going down there.
Going down where, though?
Tennessee.
Don't y'all come down here bothering us.
Oh, she was going down there and then being ran off. And then there's something about a voice memo. Too.
With Fizzle and who?
I suppose we could just ask her, but
is she in here?
Fun this way. No, she does. She watches. Every now and then she'll comment.
Okay.
I was hoping that she would have stopped in tonight so she can. I don't
Piper, we're nosy. We have questions.
I got questions. Flies on coleslaw. That name cracks me up.
It is one of the best names around.
It really is.
Did Fizzle delete her channel? I don't know. But yeah, she comes up in a lot of the fuckery anymore.
Yeah, she seems to come up in it before, not just here recently. I hear that name, and that's Penny, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that name a lot since I came into this sector.
Oh, no, I did not want to play the video. Live.
Thank you, Robin.
Yeah, there's no video. She probably put them on private or something.
And Robin, I understood what you were saying on Tony's yesterday. It was not all in vain. I understood you, Robin.
Enchanted Life Path traced Fizzle's father-in-law to being law enforcement in
Chatham County. Justin says he's lost.
I kind of am too. What were they coming to Tennessee for?
So that's what we're trying to figure out. The entire Tiffany Benny Fizzle thing.
I bet it has something to do with Dawn maybe being out of jail. Y'all think? I mean, what else is the appeal? You think it's got something to do with Dawn?
I heard it was something to do with them staying on the Ben Hill Road property.
But wasn't that back for like the vigil or something?
I'd seen it. I thought it was recently because there was talk about her camping in her car.
They were talking about that way back for Summer's Vigil, about like renting out some spots to let
that people, I remember.
Yeah.
Speak to Dawn. Yeah, maybe. Donnie,
that's what I said. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, I did, but it clicked when you said it and then she said it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but
because he's just recently out of jail and he hasn't been on YouTube yet. I know Cher's been harassing him and he ain't having it. So maybe there was some sort of plan to come down here and try to get Dawn to answer a door. I don't know. You might get beat up by Candace's mullet, though. I'm just saying.
Candace's mullet.
Mm-hmm. And I heard Grandis is back too. So,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, I heard that. I don't know that as fact.
See, I see Candace like once a month. I'll see her. Not like go to her house. I see her in traffic or something, or at the grocery store. And every time I've seen her, she's been by herself. But that doesn't mean that Grandis ain't back, though.
Have you seen her like in the grocery store? Or, like, out of her vehicle?
Yes.
Well, PG said that she looked pregnant, does she?
It's hard to tell with Candace because she wears really baggy clothing. She doesn't wear a bra, and she's a big-chested woman, and she kind of dresses like a guy. She likes to be comfortable.
Right. That's her style.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell, and I don't bug her or anything because.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't got business talking to her, then leave her alone, right?
She doesn't look approachable, y'all. In person, I mean, y'all,
not even on YouTube.
Right. She doesn't look approachable at all. But no, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I thought she had her tubal ligation or something after summer. That's what I thought I'd heard.
Yeah,
but
I thought Dawn
then that
said
was
that
being
too.
said. So yeah, I was just curious.
I think so too, Eden. I think she may have been fixed. Yeah, how would PG know? PG comes up with the wildest stories.
She saw a picture and just decided that she looked like that. So I was just curious.
Sounds like PG. Crazy lady.
Who has an interview with Dawn? Prayer Garden?
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God, Chris, are you serious? I say she's reached out. I'm going to say Benny, Cher, and Prayer Garden has tried to get a hold of Dawn.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sure.
Eden said otherwise she'd have 40 kids. Yeah.
What the hell? I don't understand what they expect to hear from Dawn. Like,
if they're all going back down to Tennessee, they need to do it over the Ronnie Lawson's son. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Go for a real story.
Y'all
that is bullshit.
Come protest that baloney over.
That has me irate.
Yeah.
Anybody else would have got the whole 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh, man. No, but anyway, this whole Piper and against the rest of YouTube really piqued my interest because I thought they all had their own way to contact Andy.
Did Andy and that woman get married?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought so. Does he still have his channel?
I have not watched it. He's not going to tell us anything anyway.
No, I know.
He lies.
He
lies. Come on.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he conveniently forgets when he doesn't want to answer questions.
I don't think it's...
Yeah, right. She doesn't leave her freaking living room or her dining room except to go out to smoke. She ain't going to Tennessee.
Who's that?
Tiffers,
yeah, Tiffy. Hey, don't come down here, Tiffany. So
Andy said he was done with YouTube. Yeah, she invested a lot of effort into building a rapport with him. There were times where I kind of felt maybe she was a little too close to him to remain objective, but I do get why she would be mad because, she was one who invested all this time. She brought him out, and then everybody else wanted to jump on it and ask him
That's
questions.
how it is with all of them, though.
Yeah, that he wasn't going to answer truthfully anyway.
To be honest, I don't feel like he has anything to do with it, though. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's like a great person, but I don't know. That's my opinion. Carol said they got Dunkin' Donuts in Tennessee. We do. But she wouldn't get it by with that here. Oh my gosh, somebody would hurt her. Yeah, Chris, I've always kind of got that feeling too. Just being honest.
Yeah, it is kind of weird spending 5 to 6 hours on the phone with somebody. Like, what do you talk about?
No kidding.
If you have to pee, do you just say, hey, I'm going to go pee and then mute? Because it's not like we had like the old phones where you'd be like, hold on a second, I'll be right back. And then you put it down on the table and then go run off. I mean, you carry your phone with you. What do you do if you have to fart? Just mute and...
I guess.
I have so many questions. So many questions.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to jump off for the night, but I love this show. We had a good time here.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know if Scott's in the groups. I've been so out of the loop lately. I guess I should go find out, huh? I'm shit for a researcher.
You know that whole thing on
Tiffany don't purple your research.
Yeah.
That whole thing on Tiffany Marie, Scott H probably has information on.
Yeah, he does.
Scott, absolutely. We want to know.
Mama too said mutant too.
Mutant too.
Yes, thank you, Stars, and thank you for always being in here and supporting. We appreciate you. I love you, even the ones in the bushes.
Hi,
Unseen.
We see you.
All right, y'all. I'm out for the night.
All right. Good night,
Okay,
Lurker.
bye.
See y'all.
Good night, Lurker. Go to bed.
Go to bed, Lurker. Oh, she's gonna
we wait till she drops off before we say that.
We will never say that to her face. No, but Lurker, she's been known to come back up.
That's true.
Oh, let me grab that link.
Just don't let her in. Don't let her in.
Lock the door.
All right. Does anybody else have any other opinions? I feel like there's a lot that I didn't say, but
I know we're missing stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot.
I still thought we were going to watch the other video.
Oh yeah, what about Pearl?
Hold
I don't
on,
even know.
Pearl did send it. I have to dig it out of private chat.
Yeah, you had it because you almost played it to begin with, and it was the wrong one.
Yeah,
we need that one.
Yeah, she didn't specify which one to. I tried to get them all lined up before the live starts, but okay, that's the one.
Is that the one? That sounds like an unseen video.
Yeah, I'm turning the sound down. Hold on a second. Let's find it. Changing Stories, that's the one.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
We all adore Lurker.
I can't turn the sound down. I have to unplug my mic. Hold on.
Damn it.
Once upon a time.
But everybody knew that fucking check was fake. If you did not know that check was fake, I feel sorry for you, because I think everybody knew that check was fake. But Tiffany was under a lot of pressure from a lot of people, and it upset her. So she just snapped and just said something that she shouldn't have. All right. But at the end of the day, everybody knew it was fucking fake to begin with. But more importantly, AB had this information for over a year. How come it didn't surface before this? How come it didn't surface earlier? You knew about it for a year. All of a sudden, it's a big deal? All of a sudden, you're going to push out some information? That makes you the asshole. That makes you sick. That doesn't do anything to hurt Tiffany. Anyone with a half a brain knew the check was fake to begin with.
I don't understand what AB is doing. And no matter how anybody feels about Tiffany or whatever, and this whole the check thing was a while back. I'm not making it saying it's okay, because obviously I was the first person to go live about it, I believe. But I'm kind of like, I don't understand what AB is doing. I haven't seen like what he's been saying and stuff. I mean, I did see a short clip, so maybe I shouldn't really comment on it. But my thing is, if AB knew about it, why wasn't he mad then? You know what I mean? How are you gonna get mad? What happened to make him mad now?
Oh, Donnie said.
Okay. This is the thing. Lean in. I ain't showing shit. Got it? You heard? What a sadistic bitch.
Heather, probably right.
I slapped them all.
That was so funny too. The fucking cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Oh, Pearl's the best.
Pearl is.
Mike is such a major pain in the ass. She really screwed Jenny Penny too. Yeah, that was a little uncalled for.
Guess I'll just be quiet on that one.
Well,
The video sort of said it all, didn't it?
I actually agreed with TM a little on that one.
Before anything came out, but regardless on how anybody feels about Jenny Penny, Josh was still very much in the wrong.
But the fact that he had, okay, I'm not getting into it again. He's wrong for lying and being a damn racist
that's what I mean.
and shit.
Yeah.
But the whole money should have been a non-issue. I'm sorry, but carry on.
See, money things are so sensitive. Like, so many times, you know, you're outraged because people that come to YouTube are vulnerable and they're lonely, and people know this, and they play on their vulnerabilities and their emotions I'm trying to think how to word this the right way. They play on them because they know they're generous and they know they're gonna offer a solution to their financial troubles.
Chris is wondering where Roz is.
Oh, I lost it. I can't find it. I don't know if it was removed, but I'm gonna have to come up with a plan B. I searched for it tonight, and the filter is no longer there.
Sorry, Roz is not feeling well tonight. She will not be on panel. Send good well wishes.
She's at a government facility right now researching the...
She's looking for paperwork?
Conspiracies.
I've been having technical issues here, ladies. I'm sorry. I keep bouncing up and down.
Me too.
My mouse is going crazy, clicking all the comments here.
Since I started using my phone, so it has better audio, it does not hold the connection. So I'm bouncing up and down.
Justin. Yeah, I thought it was my connection at first because of the bad weather, but it's saying I have last night it was.
We've been getting some snow here, so it might be that.
He needs a weed supplier.
Chris says she's getting her stroke.
Chris, the stroke of 1981.
Oh, Cindy, who's Roz? That's Dr. Bitch.
Oh, how do we not know who Roz is?
I'll have to show you
I
later.
got a video for you, Cindy. We'll get you all caught up in about 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, let's go find. Hold on, let me find it. Oh God, I have so many videos.
Where's the last one I did?
That's a really good question.
Well, I don't think we played that one on Circle Jerk yet.
Which one?
The Roz one on my channel. Something about Roz got freaky.
Oh dear God. Yeah, hold on, I have to find it.
Carol Johnson, I'm not sure where DJ's been, but we miss her a lot.
It was a threat.
DJ's a good time.
And I can't remember who was the circle jerk that said it. I can't remember. And I'm sure the live may not have been deleted. It was a threatening.
All right, I'm not sharing any more videos. Every time I got to do that, I have to unplug my mouse, replug it back in, unplug my microphone, replug it back in.
I thought it was my sound gone again.
Oh, I thought that's what happened.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, you didn't hear? You didn't hear the video?
Well, no, we heard it, but then it was just like silent.
It went dead silent.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
I guess, was muted, and so I was like, oh, my sound went again. I got to drop down and come back up.
Yeah, no, it doesn't even help. Like if I even mute, it won't play the audio on the videos. I have to completely unplug my mic, and then when I unplug the mic, it does something with the little USB thing that I have plugged in for my wireless mouse. So everything has to get unplugged and then replugged in, and then I have to go into the settings and add them back.
You need a mic that just has a mute button.
It does have a mute button, but it doesn't work.
Oh, darn it.
I mean, it worked. The mute button worked, but it doesn't.
But it doesn't solve your problem for playing videos.
Right.
Can I just make a quick observation?
Of course.
No.
Shut up. In regards to TM, who I don't really care of, I don't watch, I've got no feelings towards, that cow. But my thing is about the check. I don't care how long ago it was or when it happened or what, she still did it. Isn't she supposedly the mother of Summer World? That's what she
the godmother.
Godmother, the godmother.
Named, yeah, or whatever she is, she's named herself. But then she turned around and did such a thing. And then even when Marissa called her out and told her, and Marissa clearly showed how it was a fake check, showed it, proved it, and said to her, come out and just say it. Say what you've done. Still, no, she played on it. It wasn't a fake check or anything like that. I don't care how long ago it was. What gave her the right to do that? But then she's quick to turn around and point a finger at anyone else talking about Summer Wells or doing anything about Summer Wells. Who does she think she is?
Exactly.
So that's what I've got to say. Sorry, I just don't think she should get she should
Somebody
be caught out on that
slapped TM with one of Heidi's lawsuits.
That'd be good. I just don't think we should ever let her forget it. Unless she comes out, mentions it, apologizes, then people can move on. But if you're going to sit there playing the game and act like, no, or even the quiet game, or not come out and say what you've done, sorry, that doesn't give you the right to say anything.
Yeah, no,
Either
it's
admit
crazy.
to it or move on.
Crazy to me how everybody's first reaction is like, oh, but AB, like, AB has nothing to do with any of this. He did not fabricate a check. He did not lie to the public.
All her.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he kept his secret, but got to be careful with that because lots of people up here keeping lots of secrets.
And I'm sure between TM and AB, they know quite a bit of each other's own secrets.
Yes.
So I'm sure they're watching each other's backs on what they've told each other. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a time and place, and I'm sure that's what AB's doing. There's a time and place when to release things, when to let people know. Do you know what I mean? There's always something behind that. So we don't know behind the scenes what is really going on. But for me, at the end of the day, that check thing with TM, sorry, but girl, there's no way out. Come out, admit to it, apologize, and move on. If you can't do that, then sorry, we're going to keep on mentioning it, or people are going to keep on mentioning it, because at the end of the day, you still lied. And you claim to be this girl's, this poor girl that still hasn't been found, this little girl. You're going to come out and think you're her spokesperson, or you're going to think you've got every right to this case. You've got no right to nothing.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. And AB is a smart man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting his ducks in a row. Like he is watching what he's saying when he's saying it, and he'll come out when the right time is. And look, I don't even watch him either, so I don't know much about the man either. Same with TM, but I know that TM lied about the check, and that's what gets me. It's the bullshit behind that. Don't do that.
Right. Sorry, I'm reading a text.
Why have you girls gone quiet?
I'm reading a text. I'm sorry.
Oh, where's Titties? Titties has been quiet.
A lot of.
I am poking and slapping people in chat.
You do that, Eliza.
I'm muted at the moment because my grandbaby's hanging out here for a second.
I poke Tiffer's and Heidi's eye. I
I'm
don't know
here.
how that happens, but it keeps happening.
My earpiece
I've been
died.
talking on mute for some time now, I feel like.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone I think has been just saying what we've all been thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all got caught up and blindly followed and blindly defended lots of crazy stuff. And, like AB and everybody else, there comes a breaking point. Sometimes there's that one big final horrible thing that you just cannot forgive.
Oh, yay, Cindy.
Oh, good, Cindy. I'm so glad.
For those who don't know,
oh, great.
Cindy is the mother of all of us, and her son Billy, he's our age, and that's the crazy thing. He's only 39 years old, and he has bleeding in his brain due to a malformation. His vessels are a little twisted, and there's a golf ball size mass. So he's been
It was really scary for a minute.
Yes. And Cindy isn't in the greatest health herself. She's had, sorry for putting your business out, Cindy, but I know you told everybody already. She's had multiple heart attacks herself and damage to her heart, leaky valve. It's horrible, horrible. But she is the kindest, most generous person I have ever met in my entire life. And she
always thinks of everybody else and not herself.
And she gets taken advantage of a lot, and all she wants is love. So everybody give Cindy some love and give Billy some love.
Definitely.
But that's her baby, and right now he's in intensive care. She can't even go see him. All she can do is FaceTime him. They're waiting for the specialist to come and plan, I guess. Bugsy, he's 39. That's it. And a wonderful human being. He's like, well, I don't want to say what he does for a living, but he is in charge of a lot of people, has a very prestigious job and position.
He's very smart.
Very smart. A lot of people depend on him daily.
Yep, so she heard from him today, so that is really good.
And one of the hardest things as a mother is knowing that, you know, your baby is in the hospital with an issue and there's nothing you can do. Yes, Jackie, Jude, we will absolutely do that. But if he's anything like his mama, I'm very confident he'll pull through and make a full recovery. Absolutely, Bugsy. And this stress isn't good on her either. And that's my concern. So we need to keep Cindy chill and zen.
She said his brain bleed has stopped, but he's still delayed on his left side. Whole new team of doctors tomorrow.
Yes, he's in the best hands. I have no doubt about that. Go bees knees, us too. We're done defending creators who we
100%.
deluded ourselves into believing are just like us.
Yep.
The mask slips, the truth comes out, and we're done.
They F up, they're on their own.
Right, Gigi? And she wasn't in the wrong. That was 1,000,000% her right to call and to ask. And she had no idea what they were going to say. And if she wouldn't have broken the story, it would have, you know, broken, what, a half hour later? Because the woman was arraigned. A video Zoom arraignment. You have a lot of people that love and appreciate you, Cindy. Yep, Justin gets it. It's the worst feeling. Helplessness. Is somebody listening to John Denver?
Not me. Ugh.
Definitely not me.
Right, Chris? You know that firsthand.
Who was it?
I don't know. I was just asking.
Oh, I thought she was asking Chris who was it? Like she didn't know. She was asking who was playing John Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah. The one-upping, yep. And you're right, Lucy, the truth never changes.
And that's another thing with these, you know, channels, the one-upping. You know, there was a certain time when, you know, let's say, I'm going to say, Bullhorn Betty was getting all these super chats, or even Justin were getting super chats, and, you know, for all the hard work that they do. And then you get another channel calling them out on that. But then last night, they were getting the same thing.
Right. And Justin
Stop being so hypocritical.
Of a lot of work.
Justin puts money back into his channel via traveling or, you know.
And he works, has children, and still has time to do all this hard work for YouTube. So he then deserves to get paid for it. So don't call someone else out when you're also in the same boat. You're going to monetize, you've got no right then to comment about that type of stuff.
Right, right. And if you were going live to stream the Tragedy Pimps, that makes you no different.
Oh, we saw so much of that. People saying it was wrong, but streaming the other people, so they're watching it and taking super chats.
Yeah, Tragedy Pimps, 1,000,000%. Every
can't make that make sense.
up. And I've been saying this forever. I certainly don't judge single actions. It's patterns of behavior, patterns of abuse, patterns of financial abuse, money grubbing that I judge.
And I'm big on, if you make a mistake, own it, apologize, move on. Do you know what I mean? But don't repeat. Don't be a repeat offender. That's when that's just bullshit. Like you just said, Lily, right now.
That means your apology is just words if you go out and keep repeating the same behavior.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and it's like a lifestyle almost, the same thing over and over and over for over a year now. It's not going to change. Like I said, people do not change overnight. They don't change in a week or a month. And
no, it's always same shit, different day. Same thing over and over again. We just, as subs too, that watch other channels, other creators, need to open up our eyes.
Yep.
Right, Jen Hoffa? And that's why
I agree.
We will never monetize, because it changes. It changes people. And then you have certain people that come in and throw money around, and creators will kind of dance around bad behavior because they don't want to lose their funding source.
And that's not what we're about. We're here to call anyone out, no matter what you do. You know, even if we do support you, we're going to call you out. Because at the end of the day, too, being a true friend or true supporter, true sub, you're going to call the person out on their mistakes or what they've done or what they've said. They should be held accountable for that type of stuff. We shouldn't just sit there in chat and just agree, or just, pat them on the back when they're doing something wrong. No, it shouldn't be like that. They aren't, they aren't God, or they aren't, they are not higher than us. We're all on the same even, field. Like, we're all the same. They aren't better than us in any other way just because they've got a big channel, bigger subs, bigger whatever. That's not how it works. They should be called out no matter what.
Yeah, and we're here for the fun of it. We're not here to make money. We're not here to grow a channel. Guess what? My kids ate tonight, regardless of being monetized. They're going to eat tomorrow. My mortgage is going to be paid. I'm just
because we have jobs like adults.
Oh my God, I was just going to say that. He's like trying to get the mute button.
Yeah. Imagine that. What a novel concept, right? Get your ass up in the morning and go to work.
I'd be a nervous wreck if I just depended on, I don't get money on YouTube anyway, but if I did, I would be a nervous wreck if that's all I had to depend on.
You don't know what stories are going to be available to work on, and there's fatter times and there's very lean times on YouTube.
A lot of people don't even need stories to get money. They just hit people up on the down low.
And I don't care who makes money or how they make it. I don't care what they're talking about. That's their business. It's what I don't like is when somebody else is bitching about somebody else making money, but they're doing the same damn thing.
Right.
Stop it.
I agree.
Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody just mind their own damn business. Things would be a whole lot easier.
Yep.
And do your own thing.
Tell them, Harley. She doesn't seem so nice now, does she, guys?
I am the nicest and fairest of them all.
Blow another one.
I'm not.
I saw it on the internet. It must be true.
Yeah, I'm not either, Tits. I never claimed to be nice.
Right.
I don't even remember who said that. I can't remember who said it. Oh, it was Mrs. T.
We don't know.
It was Mrs. T.
What is she?
I remember. She's my favorite now.
Oh, I bet.
Chris, I've told you this 100 times. We have all been there. We've all done it. We've all got caught up and then thought to ourselves, what the fuck am I doing?
Chris, there's not 100 people waiting for a fucking wrench over there. She barely gets 100 people. I mean, right now, yeah. Right now, yeah.
Yeah, just wait. They'll drop off. I guarantee
Jiminy
it.
Christmas.
There's only so many, a person can tolerate it. And it's not about how many subscribers you have. It's about consistently packing chat Okay, we've been consistently getting over 300 people watching and in chat, and we don't have any victims to exploit on our channel. We just talk.
Go figure.
Hi, Heidi's attorney. Can you see the comment? Has anyone seen my client?
we have the
Not over here.
in bed.
If she's around here, it'll be somewhere over there on the bushes, way over there.
Listen, how the hell were you not subscribed on your regular account? Are you kidding me? That blew me away. That really blew me away.
Yeah, there was a reason for that.
Oh, was there? Okay.
No. There's a reason you had it on subs only.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe she wasn't subscribed, though.
Yeah, shame on you.
Shame.
We just wanted to make sure if any of the people that hated us wanted to argue, they'd have to sub to do it.
No, yeah, we didn't want anybody windmilling.
That's all.
That's why. No windmills in here. It is a lot of hard work. I get 3 seconds into making a video and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. That's why Pearl's and Eliza's are so much better quality than mine, because I don't have the patience for it. I have a house.
I wouldn't either, I don't think.
Nope. So yeah, shout out to all you people creating content, because it is.
Or doing research. That shit takes time.
Yeah.
You know, they deserve money for that. I don't care. If people want to give them money, let them. I don't see the problem with it at all.
It's like a job, and it breaks my heart sometimes because, you know, Pearl and Eliza, I feel they should be compensated for everything they put in. So I'll absolutely put
She's overwhelmed with lives.
It's 5 hours for a 4-minute video. Yep, I believe it.
That's
Especially if you
crazy.
have to like add text, because then you have to go into Canva and find, you know, a background to add text to and try to squish everything together.
I just don't understand how people
Canva's working right
for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those clips in the clip channels, they take an awful lot of time to put together. I just don't always have the patience for it. Or the time. There's a million other things I need to be doing.
Exactly.
We'll be lurking, Ray.
You can bet on it.
I do like to watch the clip channels, though.
Me too.
Yeah. Liplock says back in her day, I had to physically splice the magnetic tape.
And that was after she walked to work 30 miles in the snow uphill.
Both ways.
Both ways. With old snow boots that had holes in them. Oh my god.
I just wrote in the back chat. Did you guys read it?
I saw. Shocking.
Yeah. I know.
Yawn.
Whatever.
Oh, that was a legitimate one.
I know.
Is it like? I know. It's 8:30, man. I'm tired. I get up at like 5:20 is when my first alarm goes off. I hit snooze, and then 5:34 usually I roll my ass out of bed.
This is where West Coast comes in handy.
Yeah.
What time is it now in the West Coast?
5:39.
5:39. Oh, here it's midday, 12:39.
Oh, see, so
it's Thursday.
Yeah, you got lots of time.
I got plenty.
Yes, doesn't it sting, Tragedy Pimps? You put all that freaking work into creating something, and all somebody else has to do is just go live and cry, and they get money thrown at them. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should go live. Get in on everybody else is doing it.
All right, ladies, I've got to call it a day.
All right.
So bye, everyone in chat. Bye, my lovely jerks. And
Bye.
have a great
night.
Good night, Buttercup.
Evening, day. Bye.
Oh, good day.
Bye.
My bad.
So you guys want to make bets if Purple goes live like as soon as we end, or you think she'll wait a little while?
She'll probably wait for the schedule, whatever she's got scheduled.
Oh, I didn't know she had one scheduled. Oh goodness.
That's my theory.
I forgot about that super thanks button.
My thought on that would be like maybe you could just like give the drama a rest for a few days, but nah.
What?
Wait, why aren't we calling out Fizzle about her father-in-law being a very high-ranking official relating to well, because
how come we just didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the first we heard.
We can't know everything. We
How does
try.
that doesn't really affect her. I mean, I guess we could call him out for not doing anything.
I don't watch her
Right.
or Benny or any of that crew.
Yeah, you can't really call somebody out because of, their father-in-law or whoever the hell it is.
But now I am nosy about it. I kind of want to know.
Oh, absolutely.
You piqued my curiosity.
But
yeah, for
there's
sure.
nothing really to call out. Yeah, she can't help what her father-in-law is. And he's not going to tell her anything.
She can't.
Just like with
I saw.
Brandy. Did anybody
Yeah, and I
feel
saw
affected?
something on ELP about it, but I don't pay that guy any attention. So
Yeah.
No, I can't even understand him.
I don't even consider him a source.
Nobody is going to risk screwing up an investigation. Like all these people tuning in to see what
hey,
Brandy
Barbie.
had to say. Do you think for a second that she was going to tell anybody, even if she did know, that she was going to tell anything to YouTube? No way. She's invested in her baby.
Yeah,
That's me.
Alert. Or is that her phone ringing? But
yeah, I think it was the phone.
father-in-law, I don't think he's gonna risk screwing up an investigation. Yeah, exactly. What your extended family does isn't your fault.
May would run out of tinfoil if she watched ELP.
What, Bex? Cher wanted Billy Joe to reach out to Brandy?
Oh yeah, she wants to have both of them on a panel together.
Oh, hell to the no.
Brandy would never.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know Brandy personally, but
She already said
what
she
I do
wouldn't.
know of her, I cannot see that happening.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Ray, it did sound like a Bob, huh? Yeah, no, Brandy would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Okay, we have the mother of a victim and the mother of a murderer. Please explain to me how that even remotely fits.
Sounds like it'd be traumatizing.
Brandy would tear that ass up, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't. I think she would just politely decline and be like, oh, no thanks.
Probably. She is kind of classy in that regard.
All right. Well, I have to go make some slime here in a few.
Opal, I'm sorry. All right, yeah, I guess we should wrap up too. I have some stuff to do. And then as soon as we do this, it's going to be like, oh shit, we forgot this, and this. So,
Well, that'll be for next time.
yeah, and I have nothing planned the next 3 days. So maybe we'll come later.
Well, there it is.
I'm sure
we
there'll
gotta
be more debauchery between now and then too.
Yeah.
We got to let chat get their popcorn ready for the next one.
Yeah. All right, we are going to end. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for
We'll
coming.
see you around.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. And I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down, girl.